Imagine stepping into a hospital, and the moment you walk through the doors, something feels fundamentally different. You look around, and every single doctor, every nurse, every care provider you see is powered not by a human, but by artificial intelligence.
Yeah, no human care providers in sight.
You might pause and ask yourself, what world is this? It truly sounds like something out of a futuristic movie, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. For so long, that scenario was strictly confined to the realm of, science fiction.
Uh,
But what's truly compelling, and perhaps a little unsettling, is how rapidly we're moving towards a future where this isn't just a hypothetical thought experiment.
right.
It's quickly becoming a tangible operational reality in certain parts of the world.
And that right there is the heart of our deep dive today. We're plunging into the revolutionary world of AI in healthcare, specifically focusing on the emergence of what are being called AI hospitals and these incredibly sophisticated AI medical assistants. Our mission is clear. We want to unpack what these innovations truly mean for patient care, for the very foundations of medical education, and honestly, for the entire future trajectory of the global healthcare industry.
And we'll be drawing specific insights from some of the most recent and groundbreaking developments, particularly those emerging from China. Then we'll sort of cast our gaze wider, exploring the fascinating and, as you noted, sometimes unsettling ethical and practical implications that ripple out worldwide.
Okay.
We'll examine the astonishing capabilities of these AI systems, understand exactly how they're currently being deployed, and get into the critical questions they raise about responsibility, and perhaps most profoundly, the enduring and indispensable human element in medicine.
Okay, let's start by looking at the broader landscape, specifically China's undeniably bold vision in this space. It's clear that AI isn't just a nice to have, it's genuinely transforming healthcare at a fundamental level.
Yeah, it's shifting care from a purely reactive model, where we typically only respond once illness is struck, to a much more proactive, preventative approach.
Which sounds great.
Absolutely. This promises to improve the patient experience dramatically, elevate the overall quality of care, and ultimately lead to better patient outcomes. We're already seeing AI tools leveraged heavily, particularly in the research and development of new medications, which is a massive area of global investment.
Right, R&D.
Yeah.
But what's truly fascinating here is how China has strategically positioned itself at the absolute forefront of this AI revolution in healthcare.
It really has. And this isn't just about technological ambition, though that's certainly a part of it. This drive is rooted deeply in some incredibly pressing domestic challenges. Think about China's rapidly aging population, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
That demographic shift alone puts immense and frankly unsustainable pressure on traditional healthcare resources.
That's an absolutely critical point. And when you couple that with a significant rise in non-communicable diseases, things like widespread diabetes, heart disease, chronic respiratory issues, and then layer on top a truly unbalanced distribution of healthcare resources across the country.
Yeah, the rural-urban divide is huge.
Exactly. It creates an enormous strain on their traditional system. The demand for quality care, particularly in rural or less developed areas, far outstrips the current supply and equitable access.
Right.
This isn't just a healthcare challenge, it's a fundamental societal pressure pushing China to bet big on AI as a national strategic imperative.
Exactly. And this brings us directly to the governmental ambition behind this push. The central government in China has a stated aim for the country to become the world's leading AI innovation center by 2030.
2030, okay.
And this isn't just rhetoric, it's backed by unprecedented financial commitment and a truly coordinated national strategy. For example, Shanghai alone plans to invest an astonishing $15 billion into AI development.
15 billion, just Shanghai.
Just Shanghai. To give you some context, that's more than many entire nations are committing to AI, which truly demonstrates an almost unparalleled drive for innovation and leadership.
And it extends far beyond Shanghai, right?
Yeah.
From Beijing, too.
Oh, yeah. Beijing is planning to build a $2.12 billion AI development park specifically designed to host up to 400 AI enterprises.
Wow.
And Hangzhou has launched its own AI park with a substantial $1.5 billion fund.
So this isn't just scattered investments. It's a focused national strategy to dominate the AI landscape with a particular and very clear emphasis on healthcare.
Absolutely. And this ambition is deeply reflected in China's evolving AI policy, which has matured through 5 distinct stages since its inception around 2009.
5 stages, okay.
Initially, the focus was on foundational research in areas like the Internet of Things, basic information security, and database development, the groundwork.
Right, the building block.
This gradually shifted over time, moving towards big data and infrastructure, and then more directly towards AI itself, even incorporating intellectual property protection after 2017 to foster domestic innovation.
So a very clear and deliberate progression. I remember hearing about the Internet Plus action in 2015
Mm,
that first formally prioritized AI as a key national task, didn't it?
it did. Then, the real turning point came in 2017 with the development plan on the new generation of artificial intelligence.
Okay.
This truly marked AI becoming a top-tier national strategy. This plan wasn't just about aiming to make China a global leader by 2030. It included concrete objectives like building a world-leading AI industry support system.
Things like data resource bases.
Exactly, vast data resource bases, and developing comprehensive cloud-based training frameworks. They were clearly thinking about all the foundational elements needed for widespread AI adoption, not just isolated projects.
And that foundation became even more explicitly detailed and actionable in 2018 with the Internet Plus healthcare opinions, right?
That's right. That policy actively encouraged medical institutions across China to leverage the internet and other advanced information technologies to expand and enhance healthcare services. It pushed for integrated online and offline models.
Like telehealth mixed with in-person visits.
Precisely. And the strategic use of big data for epidemiological predictions, think early warnings for disease outbreaks, and enhanced smart monitoring of contagious diseases.
Which became incredibly relevant recently.
Extremely. What's critical here, and really quite forward-thinking, is that this policy explicitly encouraged the development of AI-based clinical diagnosis and treatment decision support systems, intelligent medical image recognition, advanced pathological classification, multidisciplinary consultation, and intelligent voice technology specifically for medical scenarios.
And they took it a significant step further. They actually allowed internet hospitals, which I find fascinating. These rely on established physical institutions to conduct online visits for common and chronic diseases.
Yeah, it means official recognition and integration of virtual care into the existing medical system, not just a standalone telehealth app somewhere on the side.
And specific regulations, like the measures for the administration of Internet Hospital, also from 2018, clearly defined what Internet diagnosis meant, providing a regulatory framework for this new model.
And to standardize and evaluate all these rapidly evolving digital services, a smart medical service grading system for smart hospitals was implemented in 2019.
A grading system, how did that work?
It focused on creating integrated systems for things like patient records, online registration, in-hospital navigation using your phone maybe, and even logistics within hospitals getting supplies where they need to go.
Okay.
It's about creating a truly holistic digital transformation, ensuring that these new AI applications are interoperable and contribute to a more efficient overall system.
But if you're wondering how China is pulling this off, how they're able to develop AI at such a rapid pace, it comes down to one immense, almost unfair advantage: data.
It really does. Their massive population provides an unparalleled volume of accessible health records, which are absolutely invaluable for developing and training advanced AI algorithms.
And you mentioned medical images earlier.
Right. Over 90% of medical data, we're told, originates from medical images, things like X-rays, CT scans, MRIs. These have a relatively simple structure that's incredibly convenient for machine learning algorithms to process.
So it's essentially a gold mine for AI development.
It truly is. To give you a sense of the scale, the volume of medical data in China was estimated to reach an astounding 40 trillion gigabytes by 2020.
40 trillion.
Gigabytes.
Yes. Just to put that into perspective, that's a 30-fold increase from 2010.
That's mind-boggling.
This vast, readily accessible data set is not just a critical prerequisite, it's the fuel for advanced AI development, allowing algorithms to learn and refine their capabilities on a scale that few other nations can match. It's their secret weapon, you could say, providing an unparalleled training ground for rapid AI evolution.
Okay, given all this ambition and data, you might be asking, what's the most tangible outcome we're seeing right now? And that brings us to something truly revolutionary. China has unveiled what is being widely reported as the world's first fully AI-powered virtual hospital, famously known as the Agent Hospital. Yeah, this isn't some abstract concept on paper. It's a groundbreaking initiative developed by researchers at Tsinghua University's Institute for AI Industry Research, or AR.
And what's absolutely fascinating here is that the Agent Hospital is described as a fully immersive virtual medical ecosystem. Its design specifically replicates the functions of a traditional hospital.
But here's the kicker. It's entirely staffed by artificial intelligence doctors and nurses.
Entirely AI.
Entirely AI. The aim is to provide comprehensive healthcare, covering everything from the initial diagnosis to the formulation of an intricate treatment plan, all within the simulated environment.
To truly grasp the significance of this, it's crucial to understand what agentic AI means in this context. We're not talking about your everyday AI applications like a simple chatbot that follows predefined rules, or a basic expert system that just provides information.
Right, this is different. Agentic AI possesses a significant degree of autonomy. These AI agents can perceive their virtual environment, which, in this case, is incredibly detailed virtual patient data, then reason about their observations, make independent decisions, and finally execute actions to achieve specific goals.
So they aren't merely assisting human doctors. In this virtual world, they are the doctors and nurses.
Exactly. And at the very heart of the agent hospital's intelligence lies MedAgent Zero. This is an advanced AI framework also developed by Tsinghua.
MedAgent Zero.
What
Okay.
makes MedAgent Zero truly stand out is its self-evolving nature. Think of it like this. Unlike traditional AI models that require vast amounts of meticulously labeled real-world data for training and then they're essentially fixed, MedAgent Zero continuously improves its clinical decision-making abilities.
How does it do that?
It does this through ongoing, dynamic interactions with simulated patients within the virtual hospital environment itself. It's like a medical student who never forgets a case and can learn from tens of thousands of simulated scenarios in a day, constantly refining their skills, rather than relying solely on pre-programmed knowledge.
That's a huge differentiator. But beyond just being incredibly efficient, does that self-evolving nature raise new concerns about unintended biases or errors that might be harder to catch, given its learning without constant human oversight in that process?
That's a very important question, and it's something we'll definitely get into deeper in our ethical discussion later. For now, it's worth noting that this innovative approach allows for rapid, large-scale AI learning and safe experimentation,
Safe experimentation, right?
especially with incredibly rare or complex medical cases that would be impractical or even unethical to try and replicate with human patients in the real world. The AI refines its understanding and its performance in a controlled, risk-free environment.
So the hospital's core functionality revolves around simulating entire patient journeys. Picture this: virtual patients, complete with incredibly detailed medical histories, symptoms, and physiological responses, are introduced into the system.
Mhm.
The AI doctors and nurses then engage with these virtual patients, conducting virtual consultations, ordering simulated diagnostic tests, interpreting results, formulating diagnoses, and even prescribing treatments.
So it's a complete end-to-end simulation. This allows the AI to gain comprehensive experience across a vast spectrum of medical conditions and patient profiles,
Hmm.
continually refining its diagnostic accuracy and treatment efficacy.
And it covers everything.
Well, the system truly simulates the full pre-hospital, in-hospital, post-hospital process, covering everything from the initial onset of symptoms to triage, registration, consultation, examination, diagnosis, prescription, rehabilitation, and even follow-up. It's a comprehensive training ground.
The efficiency and accuracy claimed by the agent hospital are truly staggering. The system, equipped with 42 AI doctors and 4 AI nurses operating across 21 medical departments, including specialties like pediatrics, cardiology, and neurology, can reportedly treat 10,000 patients in just a few days.
10,000 patients in days. That number is almost hard to comprehend. To put that into a human perspective, achieving the same volume of patient care would typically take human doctors over 2 years.
2 years versus a few days.
Yeah. This unprecedented speed and capacity highlight the truly transformative potential for AI to address global healthcare demands, especially in regions with limited medical resources or during public health crises where rapid response is absolutely critical.
And it's not just about raw speed, right? The accuracy seems high too.
It does. The virtual doctors have scored over 93% on U.S. medical licensing benchmarks. More specifically, they achieved an accuracy rate of 93.06% on the respiratory disease subset of the MedQA dataset.
That's an impressive level of diagnostic precision, especially when considering the complexity of medical diagnosis.
Definitely. And beyond direct patient care in the virtual sense,
Uh-huh.
the agent hospital also serves as an unparalleled training platform. Think about medical students. It allows them to confidently propose treatment plans on virtual patients without any risk of harm to a real person.
That makes a lot of sense for training.
And the research team leader, Lu Yang, stated that the AI hospital town can also simulate and predict various medical scenarios, such as the spread, development, and control of infectious diseases in a region.
Wow, so like predicting flu outbreaks or something.
Exactly, which has massive public health implications for preventing and managing epidemics.
Yu Yang also announced that after 6 months of intense development, the AI hospital town is nearing readiness for practical use, with an aim to be operational by the second half of 2024.
That's very, very soon, isn't it? Making this not just a theoretical concept, but potentially a near-term reality.
It really is. Now, as you can imagine, the news of the Asian hospital has generated a wide spectrum of reactions online and elsewhere. Some express strong skepticism, with comments labeling claims as bullshit or 100% crap, questioning the viability of no human care, and stating quite directly that AI is not a replacement for human rationale.
Understandable reactions, I suppose. Others find the entire concept completely terrifying.
And it's not hard to see why. Concerns range from humorous takes on what a robot manager might be like in a hospital setting to much darker jokes about, well, organ harvesting.
Oof, yeah.
And of course, significant fears about job replacement for human medical professionals. There's a clear and understandable demand for more action and accurate statistics on how accurate the AI and robots truly are.
Which reflects a natural human desire for verification and transparency when it comes to such critical, life-impacting applications, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So beyond this truly cutting-edge virtual agent hospital, let's take a deep dive into the broader picture of AI's applications in Chinese healthcare. This isn't just an isolated attention-grabbing project. It's part of a comprehensive, holistic transformation of the entire healthcare ecosystem.
Right. Chinese AI companies are highly concentrated in major tech hubs like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangdong, specializing in foundational AI technologies like voice recognition, computer vision, and natural language processing, NLP.
And healthcare is a big focus for them.
It's huge. What's particularly striking is that healthcare is actually the top sector for Chinese AI-related companies, accounting for a significant 22% of the entire industry.
22%. That's a massive slice of the pie, indicating a profound strategic focus. And within healthcare, AI medical imaging is arguably one of the most common and impactful applications.
Definitely. It's considered the second largest market segment of AI medical applications in China, predicted to grow at an astonishing rate of over 40% and reach $2.5 billion by 2024.
Wow, 40% growth.
And it makes perfect sense when you consider the problem it's trying to solve. Radiologists in top-level hospitals face extremely heavy workloads. For conditions like pulmonary nodules, for example, they might need to meticulously read anywhere from 40,000 to 60,000 CT images per patient.
60,000 images for one patient.
Potentially, yes. Think about that sheer volume. Compounding this, there's a huge gap in the number of professional medical imaging doctors. While medical data increases by 30% annually, the number of radiologists only increases by 4%.
So AI is stepping into this critical breach to bridge that gap.
Precisely. AI solutions are designed to do a lot more than just assist. They help radiologists analyze medical images, design personalized treatment programs for individual patients, improve overall image quality, and even reduce the radiation dose patients receive in procedures like CT or PE image reconstruction.
And crucially, they significantly shorten image reading time while simultaneously improving diagnostic accuracy. It's about enhancing both speed and reliability.
We're talking about incredibly specific and impactful applications here. This includes reading and analyzing chest x-rays for early disease screening, dramatically improving the diagnosis of eye diseases like glaucoma and diabetic retinopathy.
Eye diseases too.
Yeah, accurate segmentation of brain MRI structures for surgical planning, detecting intracranial hemorrhage, delineating precise target volumes for radiotherapy, detecting bone fractures, speeding up breast cancer diagnosis, and even accelerating bone age analysis from 1 or 2 hours down to a mere 15-30 minutes.
The efficiency gains are truly enormous across multiple medical specialties.
And this isn't just theoretical. Companies like Wehuing, Imsight, 12 Sigma, U2, Voxcloud, Diane, and Dexon are actively working with hundreds of hospitals across China for product development and implementation.
Hundreds of hospitals.
Yeah, they are performing tens of thousands of examinations daily for conditions ranging from lung cancer to diabetic retinopathy. And notably, Linking Med received China's first Class 3 medical device license for its cloud-based radiation oncology product.
And Class 3 is the highest risk category, right? Requiring the most stringent approval.
Exactly. For our listeners, a Class 3 license means it's considered a high-risk device, requiring the most rigorous regulatory approval. This signifies a massive vote of confidence from Chinese authorities in its safety and efficacy, paving the way for wider adoption.
Okay, so beyond imaging, AI-assisted diagnosis is another huge area of transformation. This segment includes what we just discussed with medical imaging, but also extends to electronic medical records, EMRs, medical service robots, and virtual assistants.
Right, and traditional EMRs in China often lack the standardization and structured data needed for effective clinical decision support. Plus, doctors often have an incredibly heavy workload over 100 patients daily, with only 3 to 4 minutes per consultation.
3 to 4 minutes. It's intense.
It makes careful and thorough data input time-consuming, if not impossible. Many primary hospitals even still rely on handwriting, leading to poor data quality overall.
So AI is directly tackling this by using natural language processing, or NLP, to standardize and structure those unstructured medical records.
Correct. They also use speech recognition to allow doctors to simply speak their notes, which are then processed into text entries, much faster.
And the government is pushing this.
Yeah, the National Health Commission is actively pushing for tertiary hospitals to upgrade their EMR systems to grade 4 and above by 2020, signaling a clear governmental drive for comprehensive digitalization and AI integration.
And then you have virtual assistants and auxiliary medical robots. These are directly addressing systemic inefficiencies like notoriously long hospital queues and patients' knowledge deficits.
hmm Auxiliary medical robots, often using facial recognition and NLP, can provide basic information, guide patients to clinical departments, and even offer preliminary triage to reduce the workload on human staff.
Like that robot that passed the medical exam.
Exactly. The iFlyTech Joey robot famously passed a medical licensing exam demonstrating its diagnostic capabilities. And virtual assistants like Confuzi help doctors collect and analyze historical patient data rapidly, significantly improving consultation efficiency and patient experience.
A compelling real-world example of this is Anzaner. The Zhejiang Health Commission, in partnership with the tech giant Alibaba, launched this AI medical assistant.
Okay.
This system, powered by advanced medical large language models and digital human technology, offers comprehensive support from pre-diagnosis all the way through to post-treatment.
So it handles everything.
Yeah.
Registration, navigation.
Yeah, its services include streamlined registration, augmented reality, AR navigation within the hospital, efficient queue management, and even answering common health inquiries. Over 1 million citizens in Zhejiang province have already utilized these services via Alipay,
Via Alipay. Wow.
completely streamlining the hospital visit process from carrying physical cards to managing everything conveniently via a smartphone. Many netizens view this as significantly easing hospital workloads and handling repetitive tasks that often lead to patient frustration.
Okay, shifting gears a bit. AI drug development is another area where AI is proving truly revolutionary. The traditional pain points in new drug discovery are immense. It's incredibly expensive, averaging 10 years and $1 billion per drug.
$1 billion per drug.
It's high risk with a very high failure rate and often has a low return rate on investment. It's a notoriously difficult and slow process.
And AI is stepping in to fundamentally change that. It has been successfully applied across virtually all stages of drug development, from the initial literature search and identifying potential target molecules
Right, finding the starting points.
to discovering effective new compounds, speeding up cumbersome clinical trials, and even finding reliable biomarkers for disease progression.
So it touches every stage: target discovery, synthesis, screening, trials.
Pretty much. It can be applied in target discovery, compound synthesis and screening, crystal structure prediction, toxicity tests, patient recruitment for trials, and clinical trial design.
Using all those AI tools like NLP, image recognition, machine learning.
Exactly. By utilizing technologies like NLP for literature review, image recognition for cell analysis, machine learning, deep learning, and cognitive computing, this integration can significantly reduce both the time and the development costs involved.
And the market is certainly responding to this potential, isn't it?
It seems so. Drug discovery applications alone account for over 35% of the global healthcare AI industry market share.
Over a third just for drug discovery.
And while Chinese pharmaceutical companies have historically focused on generic drugs, AI is fundamentally changing this landscape, driving them towards novel drug discovery. Companies are receiving significant investment, for instance, $250 million across just 6 companies by October 2018.
That's serious money flowing in.
And companies like XtelPi, Deep Intelligent Pharma, and Force Cloud are actively collaborating with global pharmaceutical giants like Pfizer, Roche, Bayer, and AstraZeneca, showcasing international recognition of their capabilities.
Okay, then there's AI health management, which marks a proactive shift. This focuses on moving from passive disease treatment to proactive self-monitoring, primarily through the integration of wearable devices.
Like fitness trackers, but more advanced.
Exactly. The market potential in China is immense due to the combination of a rapidly growing aging population and the recent two-child policy, which expands the need for maternal and child care.
But traditional wearables have limitations.
They do. Traditionally, smart wearable devices often fail to correlate data effectively, focusing only on simple data extraction and trend analysis without providing a comprehensive health portrait. Plus, many health management staff lack professional medical backgrounds, limiting the depth of advice they can provide.
And hospitals struggle with follow-up care.
Big time. Hospitals, especially tertiary ones, struggle to provide continuous medical services for discharged chronic disease patients, and there's often low trust in primary hospitals for managing complex chronic conditions.
This is where AI provides a clear advantage. It can enable truly personalized health management through efficient calculation and accurate decision analysis.
Even helping nutritionists and sports experts generate precise, tailored health intervention plans.
And the National Health China 2030 plan strongly supports general population health management as a key goal. Applications include sophisticated chronic disease management, like for diabetes and hypertension, and mother and child care.
So specific company examples?
Yeah. Companies like Durst provide smart device-based solutions for glucose control, while IntelliChild Care monitors children's lung sounds at home, providing early warnings for respiratory issues.
Monitoring lung sounds at home. That's interesting.
Finally, let's look at AI disease prediction. In China, this is mainly used for gene sequencing to forecast disease occurrence, a truly cutting-edge application.
But gene sequencing is complex and costly, isn't it?
Absolutely. The obstacles here are significant. Manual gene sequencing experiments are inherently time-consuming, labor-intensive, and costly. Traditional algorithms used for prediction can also have low accuracy when dealing with such vast and complex data sets.
However, the increasing market size for gene sequencing in China, projected to reach about 30 billion RMB by 2022, combined with the rapid development of supercomputers, offers significant advantages.
Supercomputers making it faster.
Exactly. Supercomputers' powerful data processing abilities can greatly shorten gene testing time and improve efficiency. Companies like BGI provide comprehensive gene sequencing services.
And Pinyin technology, which you mentioned earlier.
Right, Pinyin technology uses self-adaptive AI models to forecast influenza outbreaks with over 90% accuracy in major cities like Chongqing and Shenzhen, showcasing real-world life-saving impact.
Okay, so this holistic transformation we're describing is supported by an incredibly robust ecosystem of governmental, academic, and industrial players working in concert.
It really is a coordinated effort. On the governmental and academic side, you have entities like the Shanghai Hospital Development Center, which manages 38 municipal hospitals and runs a Hospital Link project for real-time data sharing across them.
Creating a massive data network.
Precisely. Then there's the Chinese Innovative Alliance of Industry, Education, Research, and Application of Artificial Intelligence for Medical Imaging, or CAIERA.
That's a mouthful. CAIERA.
CAIERA, yeah. It includes an astonishing 120 hospitals and 55 enterprises. This alliance guides market demands and standard systems for AI medical imaging nationwide.
And research institutes are involved too.
Definitely. Institutes like the MedX Research Institute of Shanghai Jiaotong University and Shenzhen Institutes of Advanced Technology, or SI8, are at the forefront, combining engineering and life sciences for translational research. Their focus is on developing low-cost healthcare solutions and advanced medical imaging technologies, bridging the gap between scientific discovery and practical application.
So getting it out of the lab and into use.
And the Shanghai Institute of Materia Medica is actually leading a national project specifically for AI drug development, signifying a concerted top-down effort to innovate in this area.
And then we have the industrial tech giants, leveraging their massive consumer-focused platforms to integrate AI healthcare services into daily life, like Tencent.
Yeah, Tencent's smart hospital strategy, for instance, enables patients to schedule appointments, conduct virtual visits, and access personal health information all via WeChat, which, as you know, has over 1 billion users.
So it's embedded, a seamless experience.
Pretty much. And Alibaba's Alipay platform allows similar appointment scheduling and even leverages their robust logistics network for medication delivery from partner pharmacies in less than 24 hours. They're building out truly comprehensive end-to-end healthcare ecosystems that touch millions.
A truly impressive and perhaps slightly unsettling example is Ping An Technology, that subsidiary of the huge Ping An
The
Group.
financial services company, yeah.
They not only use AI to predict flu outbreaks with over 90% accuracy, but they've also deployed one-minute clinics.
The unstaffed kiosks.
Exactly. These are unstaffed AI-enabled kiosks where users consult an AI doctor and can receive diagnoses, treatment recommendations, and even dispense over 100 common medications directly from a smart cabinet.
Wow. And people are using them.
Apparently so. In just 2 months, these clinics served 3 million consumers.
3 million with no human provider present.
That's the report. It's a staggering volume of patient interaction happening with no human provider physically present.
This brings us to a really crucial and challenging question, doesn't it? In a system where AI agents are increasingly solely responsible for diagnosing illnesses and prescribing treatments, who truly bears the responsibility if a misdiagnosis occurs or if an adverse outcome results from an AI-generated treatment plan?
Right. Is it the developers who created the algorithm? The institution that deployed it?
Or, quite disturbingly, is there a risk that in this black box world, no human can truly be held accountable? It's a profound responsibility conundrum that legal and ethical frameworks are, frankly, struggling to keep up with.
That concept of the black box is particularly unsettling here. Modern AI systems, especially the most advanced ones, can hide the specific reasoning behind their output.
Yeah, the opacity problem.
This opacity means that for a non-technically trained clinician, the AI's intricate process is effectively concealed. It's like a doctor giving you a diagnosis without explaining why they reached that conclusion or how they weighed the evidence.
Which makes it incredibly challenging for a human clinician to account for or even fully understand AI-generated outputs. That raises serious concerns about safety and accountability, especially when lives are on the line.
And currently, globally, there are simply no well-defined regulations to address these complex legal and ethical issues around AI autonomy in healthcare.
Not really. Existing legal frameworks are largely designed for human practitioners and human oversight. Adapting them to a scenario where AI possesses significant autonomy will require immense legislative and ethical debate.
And establishing clear lines of accountability is paramount to building and maintaining public trust and ensuring patient safety in an AI-driven healthcare future.
Absolutely. This challenge leads to what some experts refer to as the techno-responsibility gap.
The techno-responsibility gap, explain that.
If machines operate by unfixed rules and are constantly learning and evolving, like MedAgent Zero perhaps, it threatens the ability to trace culpability back to a human maker or operator. This could potentially leave no one truly accountable for harm.
So how do we ensure that even with the most advanced AI, there's always a clear human chain of responsibility? That's the question.
It is, and beyond accountability, there are major concerns around algorithmic bias and data privacy. AI systems, by their very nature, learn from the data they are fed.
Garbage in, garbage out, or bias in, bias out.
Exactly. If that data reflects existing societal biases, for example, an underrepresentation of certain demographics in medical data sets, or if historical clinical trials were conducted primarily on selected populations, the AI could inadvertently perpetuate or even amplify those biases in its diagnoses and treatments.
And this isn't a theoretical problem. It could lead to alarming disparities in care, particularly for already marginalized communities.
For sure. Furthermore, the sheer volume of sensitive patient data processed by an AI hospital raises significant privacy concerns. Robust data security measures, transparent data handling policies, and strict adherence to privacy regulations are absolutely essential to protect patient information and maintain confidentiality.
Especially in China, right?
Yeah.
With their data loss.
Right. In China specifically, sensitive medical data is classified as such under the cybersecurity law, potentially subjecting it to strict data localization requirements or security reviews, often requiring patient information to be stored on secure servers within China itself.
And as we rely more and more on these AI systems, especially in critical infrastructure like healthcare, the increasing absence of direct human mediation introduces new cybersecurity risks.
Yeah, it creates a new attack vector for malicious actors. These weaknesses are often hidden and may only be discovered after damage has already been caused, potentially putting lives and access to critical resources at severe risk.
This raises a fundamental, almost philosophical question. Can AI truly replicate empathy, that indispensable human touch?
Hmm.
Healthcare has always been characterized by the human element, empathy, compassion, and the nuanced judgment that comes from years of experience in understanding the complexities of human suffering. Can an AI, no matter how advanced, truly replicate that?
It's a huge question. Can it provide comfort, build trust, or understand the deeply emotional and psychological dimensions of illness? Compassionate communication, genuine emotional support, and navigating difficult ethical decisions in ambiguous human situations remain uniquely human capacities, don't they?
It seems so. There's also a subtle but significant risk of complacency, isn't there?
How so?
Well, when medical diagnostic and treatment systems are mostly accurate and incredibly efficient, human practitioners who use them may, perhaps unconsciously, grow complacent.
Ah, right. They might potentially fail to maintain their own diagnostic skills or simply accept decision support system results without critically questioning their limits or context.
That's a real danger that needs careful consideration as these technologies become more integrated.
Recognizing these profound challenges, Chinese healthcare regulators are actively working to address them. They are creating comprehensive classification catalogs, clinical trial guidelines, and detailed technical review documents specifically for medical AI.
So they are building guardrails.
It appears so. The Center for Medical Device Evaluation, or CMDE, for instance, issued evaluation guidelines back in 2019. Furthermore, a cooperation platform for AI medical device innovation was officially established.
The one with government, industry, hospitals.
Exactly, comprising government bodies, industry associations, medical institutions, and universities. This platform includes working groups specifically focused on critical issues like data governance, establishing robust evaluation databases, and standardization to address key issues for AI medical device approval.
That demonstrates a very proactive and coordinated approach to regulation, acknowledging the complexities of integrating AI into such a sensitive sector.
It does, and China's pioneering work with the Asian Hospital and these other AI healthcare solutions positions it at the absolute forefront, potentially setting new global standards and profoundly influencing the direction of medical technology worldwide.
So this could very well ignite a global race for AI dominance in healthcare, driving further innovation and investment in this critically important sector.
Potentially, yes.
So with all this incredible innovation, what does this all mean for human doctors and nurses? The existence of fully AI-powered systems does not necessarily imply the obsolescence of human healthcare providers, does it?
Not necessarily, no. On the contrary, it strongly suggests a future where human and AI capabilities are synergistically combined, creating something much more powerful than either could achieve alone.
That's a truly crucial point. AI can effectively handle high-volume, data-intensive tasks, such as providing instant second opinions, offering complex diagnostic support by sifting through vast amounts of information, and managing patient workflows with incredible efficiency.
Right. This frees up human professionals to focus on the aspects of care that truly require uniquely human attributes: empathy, compassion, complex ethical decision-making, and that nuanced, direct patient interaction that only a human can provide.
And didn't the Asian hospital lead mention training?
He did. The Asian Hospital's research leader even highlighted its use to allow real doctors to treat virtual patients, providing a better, completely risk-free training environment for medical students. It's about augmentation, not just replacement.
In fact, a crucial perspective often debated is that not using AI in healthcare might even be considered unscientific and unethical if it can demonstrably improve patient outcomes and efficiency.
That's a provocative thought, especially in resource-limited settings where AI could be utilized for screening and evaluation in situations where human expertise is scarce or inaccessible.
So while there are certainly moral dilemmas that arise, the consistent and systematic nature of AI judgments, even the quickest ones, means they always lead to accountability, not by the machine itself, of course.
No, accountability still rests with humans, by the people who built, deployed, and ultimately utilize it. It's about ensuring human oversight and responsibility remains firmly in place, even as the tools evolve.
It's about leveraging these powerful new tools to elevate human capabilities, extending our reach and precision in ways we could only dream of before.
Well put.
We've taken a fascinating deep dive today into China's ambitious AI healthcare initiatives. From the groundbreaking Asian hospital with its virtual doctors and nurses capable of treating thousands of patients in just days,
Yeah, quite
to
something.
the widespread and transformative applications of AI in medical imaging, diagnosis, drug development, health management, and disease prediction.
And we've also thoughtfully explored the critical ethical and legal questions that naturally arise as AI takes on increasingly autonomous roles in patient care. We examined concerns about responsibility, algorithmic bias embedded in data, the vital importance of data privacy, and that truly indispensable role of the human touch in medicine.
So, as AI continues its relentless integration into every facet of our lives, especially in sensitive and intimate areas like healthcare, the fundamental question for us, the listeners, isn't just, can AI do this incredibly complex task?
Right, the question is bigger than capability.
Exactly. It's rather, how do we thoughtfully and ethically ensure that AI truly serves humanity, upholding the highest standards of care, ethics, and compassion while we navigate this rapidly evolving technological landscape?
Hmm.
What might a world truly look like when a significant portion of our healthcare is delivered by self-evolving artificial intelligence? And how will that redefine what it means to be a patient, a doctor, and ultimately a human?